When most people think of Brazil, they picture golden beaches, carnival celebrations, and the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue overlooking Rio de Janeiro. It seems like a country of endless sunshine, music, and energy. But that's just the surface of Brazil, because behind this familiar image, Brazil hides something much more. Vast rainforests, endless rivers, and breathtaking landscapes. Brazil is so vast that you can't initially grasp its size. It covers almost half of South America and is the fifth largest country in the world. You can fly for hours and still be within the same country. Everything changes completely from north to south. The climate, culture, nature, even daily life changes. You might not see this much diversity in many countries. Rio is one of the world's most famous cities. Mountains rise directly from the ocean, and beaches stretch endlessly along the coast. It's a place where nature and city life coexist side by side. In the mornings, the city feels both calm and vibrant at the same time. People are running on the beach, surfers are in the water, and the city is slowly waking up. As the day progresses, Rio transforms into pure energy. The Christ the Redeemer statue rises atop the city, a giant statue overlooking one of the world's most beautiful cityscapes. From here, an extraordinary view awaits you. Rio is not just about beaches and scenery. Away from the tourist areas, there are neighborhoods full of history and daily life. Small streets, local markets, and people that show a completely different side of the city. Wherever you go in Brazil, there is one thing that cannot be ignored: music. Music is not something special in Brazil. It's part of daily life. You hear it in the streets, in the homes, and at celebrations everywhere. Samba, bossa nova, forró. Each rhythm tells a different story. Some are joyful, some are emotional, all deeply connected to Brazilian culture. Rio also has the world-famous Rio Carnival, one of the world's biggest celebrations. For a few days, entire cities are completely transformed. Music, costumes, parades, and endless activity fill the streets. Carnival is not just a party, it's a fusion of tradition, history, and art in one experience. Months of preparation go into each spectacle. Brazil's lifestyle and climate are full of contrasts: modern cities and ancient towns, dense forests and open plains, arid regions and tropical rainforests. In some southern regions, temperatures can drop to freezing point, something most people would never expect from a country known for its tropics. This contrast is what makes Brazil so unique. Brazil is like a combination of multiple countries. One of Brazil's historic towns, Ouro Preto, preserves its past almost perfectly. Stone streets, colonial-era buildings, and churches that have stood for centuries. Walking among them is like stepping back in time. These cities tell the story of Brazil's early history, a time of discovery, gold, and transformation. And much of that history still lives on in the architecture today. São Paulo is Brazil's largest city. It has a population of 19 million. It's such a large and powerful city that it's like a country in itself. Millions of people pass through it every day. The heart of Brazil's economy. skyscrapers, highways, business districts, and endless urban energy. But what surprises many people is its diversity. Cultures from all over the world coexist here. Japanese, Italian, Arab, and many other communities have shaped the city. And this mix is visible everywhere, in the food, the culture, and daily life. São Paulo is also intertwined with nature. Forests, mountains, and wildlife are found just outside the city limits. It's not uncommon to see birds, monkeys, or lush vegetation just minutes from the skyscrapers. This balance between nature and civilization is something Brazil does better than almost any other country. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest tropical rainforest, covering approximately 6 million square kilometers in South America. The Amazon is called the lungs of the earth. But even this description is not enough to explain its size or importance. It is not just a forest, it is an entire living system. A large part of the Amazon rainforest is located within Brazil and shapes the climate of the entire planet. Deep within the forest, there is a multitude of different life forms. The deeper you go, the more the world changes. Sunlight disappears under thick layers of trees. Sounds replace silence in every direction you turn. Birds, insects, and unseen creatures create a constant rhythm of life. And sometimes you feel that the forest is alive and watching you. Every step brings something new you have never seen before. Scientists believe that millions of species live here, but many of them haven't even been officially documented. This means that the Amazon is still full of mysteries. Rivers flow through this forest like gigantic highways. The Amazon River is one of the most powerful rivers in the world. In some places, it is so wide that you cannot see the opposite bank. Entire communities live along these waters. For them, the river is not just nature, it is daily life. It is transportation, food, and a connection to everything. Something strange is happening near Manaus. Two gigantic rivers meet, but they don't immediately mix. They flow side by side for miles, clearly separated. One dark, one light, moving together without mixing. Yes, it's completely real. Nature can sometimes surprise you. Away from the dense rainforest, there is another world. A place called the Pantanal. This is the world's largest tropical wetland, but unlike the Amazon, it is open and wide. This makes it much easier to see wildlife. Here, jaguars still roam freely in the wild. Capybaras rest fearlessly at the water's edge, and giant birds fill the sky with movement and color. During the rainy season, much of the land is completely submerged. Everything transforms into a giant mirror of water and sky. The Pantanal is a quiet, peaceful, and untouched place, one of the last major wildlife areas on the planet. In southern Brazil, you might encounter an unexpected landscape, a place that looks like a desert at first glance. Endless white sand dunes stretching beyond the horizon, a landscape that feels completely empty. But if you look closely, you see bright blue water nestled between the sand dunes, crystal clear lagoons formed in the middle of the sand, a place that shouldn't exist, but does. This is Lençóis Maranhenses, one of the most extraordinary landscapes in the world. During the rainy season, rainwater fills the valleys between the sand dunes. For a few months each year, the desert transforms into a paradise. People can swim in freshwater lagoons surrounded by white sand. It seems like a dream, but it's completely real. One of the most spectacular things in Brazil is the Iguazu Falls, one of the most powerful waterfall systems in the world. Hundreds of waterfalls stretching for about 3 kilometers, a wall of water constantly crashing into the canyon below. Even the sound alone is awe-inspiring. It fills the air and shakes the ground beneath you. Standing there feels like standing next to pure power. A section called Devil's Throat is particularly intense. The water mixes into a massive drop before bursting into mist. One of the most magnificent natural landscapes on the planet. Brazil is not just nature, it is also life, culture, and identity. Brazil is one of the most diverse countries in the world. Indigenous peoples, Europeans, Africans, Asians, and many more have shaped its history. And this mix defines everything today. The food, the music, the traditions, and daily life reflect this diversity. There is no single version of Brazil. Many versions of Brazil coexist. And this diversity can be seen everywhere, in the cities, in the villages, in the language, and in the culture. That's what makes the country feel so alive. Brazilian cuisine perfectly reflects this blend. Dishes like feijoada showcase deep historical roots and tradition, while tropical fruits and coastal dishes add freshness and variety. Each region has its own unique flavor, each city has its own unique identity, and every dish tells a piece of the country's story. But Brazil also faces challenges. Protecting the Amazon is one of the most important issues in the world today, because what happens here affects the entire planet. At the same time, cities continue to grow rapidly, and balancing nature, culture, and development is not easy. This is an ongoing struggle for the future. Yet, despite all this, Brazil remains full of energy and life, a country that is constantly progressing, and a country that continues to amaze the world. Because Brazil is not just a place on a map, it's an experience, an emotion, a world of its own. From vast forests to gigantic cities, from ancient history to modern life, from the silence of the forest to the music in the streets, this country has everything. And perhaps that's why it's so unforgettable.